In June 1992, 3 women from Springfield disappeared from the same home. Friends arrived the next morning expecting to find them asleep after a graduation celebration. Instead, the house was empty. Their purses, keys, cigarettes, makeup, and vehicles were all still there. There were no signs of a struggle, no note, no explanation. More than 30 years later, nobody knows what happened to them. The case became known as the Springfield 3 and remains one of America's most haunting unsolved mysteries. In 1897, a young woman named Zona was found dead in her home in what was first believed to be a natural death, but her mother became convinced something wasn't right. She later claimed Zona's ghost appeared beside her bed several nights in a row. According to her mother, the ghost revealed that her husband had violently attacked her and broken her neck. The story spread through town and authorities eventually reopened the investigation. When Zona's body was re-examined, doctors discovered evidence that her neck had indeed been broken. Her husband was arrested, convicted of murder, and sent to prison. To this day, the case is remembered as the legend of the Greenbrier ghost. This family claimed that there was furniture moving all by itself. In 1977, a family living in Enfield began reporting strange activity inside their home. They claimed furniture moved on its own. Objects flew across rooms, and loud knocking sounds echoed through the walls at night. At first, nobody believed them, but after police were called, one officer reported seeing a chair move across the floor without anybody touching it. Soon, reporters, investigators, and curious visitors arrived. Many claimed they witnessed unexplained events for themselves. The case became known as the Enfield poltergeist and remains one of the world's most debated hauntings. A family believed a witch haunted their home for years and eventually ended their father's life. In the early 1800s, the Bell family lived on a farm near Adams, Tennessee. One night, they began hearing strange scratching noises on the walls and knocking sounds coming from outside their home. At first, they ignored it, but the activity only became stranger. Family members claimed they heard whispers in empty rooms. Some said they were slapped, pinched, and even pulled by an invisible force. The entity eventually began speaking and became known as the Bell Witch. According to the local legend, the spirit seemed especially focused on one member of the family, John Bell. Over the years, neighbors, friends, and even curious visitors reportedly came to witness the strange events for themselves. Then, in 1820, John Bell suddenly became ill and passed away. Some people believed he died of natural causes. Others claimed the Bell Witch had finally carried out its threat to end him. To this day, the Bell Witch remains one of America's most famous and terrifying paranormal legends, and people still visit Adams, Tennessee, hoping to experience something unexplained. In June of 1947, a chilling distress signal echoed across the Strait of Malacca. Multiple ships picked up the radio transmission. The message was frantic, broken by static. All officers, including captain, deceased, lying in chart room and on the bridge. Probably whole crew deceased. Then a long pause. Finally, 2 terrifying words before the radio went silent. An American vessel called the Silver Star rushed to the coordinates. When they spotted the ship, there was no smoke, no signs of battle. It just drifted aimlessly in the quiet water. When the rescue team boarded the ship, the temperature suddenly plummeted. What they found inside haunts maritime history to this day. Every single crew member was deceased, but it's how that defies explanation. There were no wounds, no signs of a struggle. Instead, the corpses were frozen in place, scattered across the decks. Their eyes were wide open, bulging, staring at the sky. Their arms were thrown up in front of their faces as if shielding themselves from something horrific. Their mouths were locked in silent, frozen screams. Even the ship's dog was found deceased, its teeth in a snarl toward the empty air. The rescuers frantically prepared to tow the ghost ship back to port, but suddenly, thick smoke began pouring from the cargo hold. The team scrambled back to their boat and cut the lines. Minutes later, the ship exploded with ferocious violence, lifted completely out of the water and sank into the abyss, taking all the evidence with it. Was it a leak of lethal, invisible chemicals, a toxic gas from deep ocean, or did the crew look into the eyes of something truly supernatural? The craziest part, to this day, no official maritime registry has any record of a ship named the Ourang Medan ever existing. It's a ghost ship that literally vanished from history.